dear students. Today I am going to explain the poem A Tiger in the Zoo of class 10th. So let's begin. A Tiger in the Zoo is a poem written by George Leslie Norris, who was a prize-winning Welsh poet and a short story writer. So basically this poem contrasts a tiger in the zoo with the tiger in its natural habitat, right? Basically this poem presents the predicament of a tiger who is caged, and the poem moves from the zoo to the jungle and back again to the zoo. Here, the poem describes the captivity of a majestic tiger in a zoo. This poem also explains the agony and the helplessness of a caged tiger. So let's begin. Stanza 1. He stalks in his vivid stripes the few steps of his cage on parts of velvet, quiet in his quiet ways. So here, the poem begins with the description of a tiger who is simply majestic. He is having beautiful stripes on his body, right? Vivid is beautiful stripes. So vivid here means beautiful. Okay, so he is having beautiful stripes on his body, and his stripes are visible from a far distance. And these stripes are darker in color than rest of his body. Second line, the few steps of his cage on parts of velvet quiet. Here, he has velvet-like paws. So here, pads are paws of a tiger, and his paws are as soft as velvet, right? So when this tiger moves around in the cage, his footsteps are unheard, right? And why this tiger is taking only few steps? Because the cage is narrow and it's difficult to move around it. That's why the tiger only takes few steps. But fourth line is very significant. The tiger is full of anger. Rage is anger. The tiger is full of anger, but at the same time, he is quiet. He is full of rage. He is full of anger. But he suppresses his anger due to his helplessness. He is quiet in his anger because he feels helpless by being confined to the cage. I hope I'm clear. So let's discuss some of the poetic devices. So here the poet has used he in reference to the tiger. So that's why you can say that tiger has been personified. Apart from personification, we have metaphor in the third line on parts of velvet white. So his paws are compared with velvet. So velvet is a stuff that is very soft when you touch it, right? So his paws have been compared with velvet. And fourth line has quiet rays. So this is oxymoron. What is an oxymoron? So oxymoron is a poetic device where two contrasting adjectives or words are put together to convey a message. Let's move to the next stanza. He should be lurking in shadow, sliding through long grass near the water hole where plump deer pass. So here the poem has shifted to the forest. Here the poet is saying that if the tiger were free, he would roam around in the forest, right? He would lie in the shadow of the tree, right? He would slide through the long grass. And not only that, he would hide amidst the long grass, close to any river or lake, in order to hide himself from being seen by other animals. Why? Why he is trying to hide himself? He would try to hide himself from being seen by other animals because animals in the forest come near river or lake to drink water. And this hiding of tiger would enable him to catch his prey. This hiding of tiger would help him to eat his prey. And this will be an opportunity that can be used by a tiger to catch a plump deer. Plump is healthy deer for food, right? Essentially, the poet is saying that a tiger's natural habitat is forest, right? Because he in the forest, he's on his own. In the forest, he can catch, he can roam around, and he can eat his prey, right? Whereas the tiger in the case cannot do such things. He's totally dependent on human beings, right? So let's discuss the poetic devices. So again, tiger has been personified. So the poet has used he for the tiger, and in line number, you can say that. Let me check. Yes. So here in line number 4, the poet has used alliteration. Plump deer plants. Pass. Okay. P and E. The consonant sound P is repeated. That's why it is alliteration. And apart from these two, the poet has also used imagery. What is an imagery? So imagery is a poetic device that is being used by poet to create an image in the mind of the readers, right? So here the poet has used lurking in the shadow, then sliding through the grass. So these are the different activities being performed by the tiger. And these things create image in the mind of the reader. That's why it's an imagery. Now, apart from imagery, the poet has also used enjambment. What is enjambment? Enjambment is the continuation of one line to the next line without any punctuation mark, right? So that is enjambment. So let's move to the next stanza, stanza number 3.